All right, here we go, folks. You got Bonafide Mike here on YouTube. This is episode 11 of just two people talking, and I have the honor of speaking to Trish Murphy from SKYROCKET, the vocalist and guitar player extraordinaire. So how are you doing today, Trish?
It's great. It's great to be here. Thank you for taking some time to do this. I'm glad you're going to be at the show. It's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great show. So let's kick it off with the first question then. How did you develop an interest in music? Was it something you heard or something that you saw on TV? What sparked your interest in music?
You know, what really did it was that my dad was a musician. So, you know, we watched him, and we were surrounded by music 24/7. My brother and sister and me, and of course Darin, my brother's drummer in SKYROCKET. So we just sort of grew up, and that was our mother's milk. There wasn't ever a time in our lives when we weren't singing and learning to play music and playing music. It's just part of our lives. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, here's an interesting question. What was the first 45 that you ever bought?
Well, let's see. We had a whole collection of 45s, and I'm going to say the first one was probably like My Bellamy, whatever that band was. It was an old 45 from the 70s. That was one of the first ones I ever remember listening to.
Oh yeah, that's like a lost.
It was like the B-side of another one.
It was like a lost 45.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's great, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the band now. Now, how did the band get started? And actually, who started it, and how long has the band been around?
So the band was started off of just a hootenanny night at the Hole in the Wall in Austin. This was, I don't know how many years ago, but I was the last person to actually join SKYROCKET. They were, of course, that time the band was called the K-Tel Hit Machine. So it was probably 2 or 3 years before I actually joined the band, and they kind of wanted a girl singer, and I sold myself, and it only took about 5 minutes for me to get in.
Oh, look, we got a guest here.
Sure. Come on in.
All right, there he is. There's the Renaissance man himself, Mr.
The brother, yeah.
Yes. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing lovely, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing better now that I got both of you. All right. I was just asking Trish though, what was the first 45 that she ever bought? And she mentioned about an obscure 70s song, I think.
Yeah, because we had those 45s we used to listen to with our friends.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably would have a much better answer to that question than me.
Well, there were a lot of 45s that we inherited. The earliest 45 in my memory was Strawberry Fields Forever on Capitol with the swirly red and yellow and orange label.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Spin round.
Yes.
They knew what they were doing when they designed that stuff.
Oh yeah.
It was hypnotic.
And I was asking Trish though, what piqued her interest in music? Like what made you think, like, you know what, I like this thing called music? Was it something you heard or something you saw on TV?
It was always around. If the stereo wasn't on, playing a record, then the radio was on, playing the top 40, and then there was always music on television. But it was back then. It was just variety shows. There was no MTV, and our father was a musician. So
yes.
And he and our mother were both big music fans. So music was just everywhere all the time.
That's awesome. And and it's true what people say, music is memories. Music is food for the soul. It makes a difference in people's lives, because when you hear certain songs, it reminds you of something. So music is a very important part of life.
I think cognitively, it's the first thing and last thing that we remember.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So Trish was touching on the band, about how it started and how long it's been around. Did you want to expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, our first gig was 2 days before 9/11.
Really?
It was a sleepy Sunday night at the Hole in the Wall. I had a slot. I had a 45-minute slot, and Paul English, who was the other founder, and Kyle Crusham and Mike DeLeo, our original bassist. We put together a about a roughly 40-minute set worth of songs, 70s guilty pleasures, and then we did it again the next night, and then at one show, another show we did, Johnny Gowdy saw us and asked if he could join. So we did a show with him, and they said, well, we really need a front man, because I was singing. I was singing behind the drums. We really need a front man, so we got Benjamin. And he had seen us, and he said, sure. And so that went on for about, I don't know, 2 years or something, until we got Trish in.
Yeah.
Oh,
that gelled. Everything just gelled as soon as we got Trish.
Oh yeah, it's a great show. I was telling her the first time I ever saw this band was at a wedding at the One World Theater in Austin that my friend Chris Anderson got married to, but it was the K-Tel Hit Machine at that time.
That's right. I remember that gig.
And I remember hearing Eddie Money's 2 Tickets to Paradise, and then also a Jefferson Starship song. And I thought, man, these people have a wide variety of songs to choose from. So that leads me to my other question. You guys have so many songs that you can do. So how do you decide on a set list for the show? How do you pick the songs that you're going to perform?
Well, we pick everybody kind of has songs that they enjoy doing the most, that they really feel packs the biggest punch, that's the most engaging, and so we just pick from the best of those. And we learn pretty fast if a song just isn't working. And even if it's a song that we like a lot, if we know that it's not really resonating with the crowd and not hitting the maximum potential, then we'll move on from it. But so much depends on the atmosphere too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another big piece of how we choose songs. Instead of trying to, imagine what people want to hear and anticipate that, we cast the songs according to who sings, how they sing, what they can pull off, and what's believable, and then we throw that out to the audience. And after 1 or 2 performances, we know whether it's going to stick or not. But it's fun because it's a system, and it's a system between the listeners and the performers as to what's going to make the cut. And so whether the audience realizes it or not, they're voting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, is there a song that you haven't done in the set that you would like to do? Some song that's never made it in the set list, but you're like, you know what, I think I'd like to do this song.
Uptown Girl. That gets my vote. That's like the one.
Oh, awesome.
There's a song that everyone assumes that we have done, but we've never actually done it, which is Afternoon Delight.
Oh, yeah.
By the Starland Vocal Group.
Oh yeah, I remember that song.
It's sort of the song that our band is named after, because SKYROCKET.
That's
so
true.
Everyone just assumes that we do that song, but we've never done it.
Really? Oh, that's a bit of trivia to know right there. I did not know that. And for me, if I heard you guys do this song, I'd probably flip out, and that's Walter Egan's Magnet and Steel, because nobody does that song.
And we have done it. We used to do it
really
frequently. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
It was in heavy rotation for a long time.
Because I always thought like that was a big song, because my brother really liked that song, and I was like, I wonder if they even dip back in and do that, The Rain, the Park, and Other Things by the Cowsills.
Didn't we do the Magnet and Steel at one of those COVID live stream?
We did.
Sets?
Yeah, you might be able to find it on our YouTube channel.
Okay. All right. Well, it's good to know, because I consider you guys professional musicians, and you've done a lot outside of this band. You've done a lot of projects and things. So that leads me to my next question. And I've asked other people about this on their take. So what do you think about this whole AI thing now, where music's created not organically like a real band, but just on loops, samples, tapes, files, instead of real people playing real musicians with instruments and just in a room bouncing out ideas and performing live?
I think there's a space for it. It's just, we don't want to share a space that humans have enjoyed for such a long time. But I actually think there are some interesting applications for AI that take some of the tedium out of other kinds of commercial work. And a lot of music is written for commercial purposes, and that's one application I can think of that AI could be useful.
I think any evolution in technology forces real musicians to step up their game. The advent of electronic drums and more click tracks came along, it forced drummers like myself to have better timing in order to compete with like this precision that was kind of de rigueur at the time. Auto-tune.
Oh yeah.
It's really hard to imagine a time when auto-tune wasn't even needed. You listen to the old records that John Lennon and Paul McCartney sung, and there was no they didn't even have headphones, and there was certainly no such thing. No one even thought of tuning their voices after the fact. They just got up there and hit the notes.
That's true. That's true talent right there.
Yeah. There's also, you used to say this too, Dee, about that perfection is not what you're aiming for with musicianship. At least not the kind of music that, popular music, at least. What you're really aiming for is a little magic. And sometimes it's the imperfections that can't be manufactured that really make something completely memorable. There's that.
That's a very good way to put it. Now you guys have done a lot of shows. You've played like all over the place. Are there some memorable shows that you've done where you're thinking like, wow, this is like awesome, or any like great venues or great shows that stand out?
This venue we're at right now, Sam's Burger Joint, is one of our favorites of all time. Since the first time we played here, it just clicked instantly.
Yeah, and it took a long time to get in. We had to knock on Keith's door for like 3 years before he finally called me one day and said, I think it's time for SKYROCKET, and we've never looked back.
That's awesome.
It's our favorite place in San Antonio, so there's that.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is great to know. Wow, that is all right. Well, now if somebody's watching this interview and they've never seen this band, what would you say that they're missing out on? What are they missing by not coming to this show?
Joy. That really is the word that sums up this band and what we generate. And from people that we've seen out in the audience, it's just sheer joy.
It's also kind of a 100% win for a night out because it's so much fun. And if you're looking for a band to go and see, it's always sort of a toss-up. You're never sure if you're going to like the show, you're going to be entertained, or you're like, yeah, it was all right, but I'm ready to go after 30 minutes. But I think we can proudly say that most people who come to the show stay the whole time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's great. So in closing, what would you say is the best way that people can keep up with the band, like the upcoming shows, any news about the band, anything concerning SKYROCKET?
You can find us at our website at SKYROCKETTheBand.com. You can also book the band through our website. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And I think I have too.
All the things.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much for sitting down and talking for a few minutes about the band and a little bit about your life and just about music in general. So thank you very much for all the music that you bring, and I am looking forward to this show tonight, and we will see you next time. Thank you, Trish. Thank you, Darin.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you for all you do for live music.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we are out.